What if I told you that you are far more capable than you believe? That the limits you see, your fears, your doubts, your hesitation, are nothing but illusions? Think back to a time when you faced something that felt impossible. A challenge, a heartbreak, a moment of failure. You survived. You adapted. And yet, when the next obstacle arises, you hesitate again. Why? Because self-doubt whispers lies, and too often we listen. But today, I want to help you see the truth. You have always been stronger than you thought, and you always will be. Most people assume confidence is something you either have or don't, but that's not true. Confidence is a skill built through experience, and experience only comes from action. Many of us wait until we feel ready. We tell ourselves, I'll start when I have everything figured out. I need more time, more knowledge, more certainty. What if I fail? But the truth is, you don't need certainty to begin. You need to begin to find certainty. A young monk once asked his teacher, "Master, how will I know if I'm ready to take the next step?" The master smiled and replied, "When a bird learns to fly, does it first calculate the wind? No, it simply leaps. The bird doesn't wait until it knows how to fly. It flies because it must, and so do you." Many of the most successful people in history didn't have a roadmap. They didn't wait until they were fearless. They took the leap while they were afraid. So why do we doubt ourselves so much? It's because we tend to focus on what we lack rather than what we've already overcome. We replay our mistakes instead of our victories. We compare ourselves to others, thinking they have it all figured out while we're still struggling. But let me ask you this, how many difficult moments have you already survived? Think of a time you thought you wouldn't make it through. A time when you were sure you weren't strong enough, smart enough, or capable enough. And yet, here you are. You did make it through. You found a way to adapt. You learned something along the way. So why do you believe that this time will be different? That somehow now you're not strong enough? The truth is, you've already proven yourself again and again. But you don't see it because you're too focused on your next fear instead of your past resilience. Here's something no one tells you. You don't need to have everything figured out before you start. You become capable by doing. Think about a child learning to walk. They don't wait until they fully understand balance, movement, or physics. They try. They stumble, they fall, they get back up. And eventually, they walk. Why do we think we're any different? The greatest lessons in life don't come from preparation alone. They come from the moments when we step into the unknown and trust ourselves to figure things out. You weren't ready for half the things you've been through in life, but you adapted, you learned. And that's how you grow. Let me share a story with you. There was a man who dreamed of traveling the world, but he was terrified of leaving his hometown. He worried about getting lost, about not speaking the language, about failing. For years, he stayed in his comfort zone, convincing himself that he wasn't ready yet. One day, he met an old traveler who had seen every corner of the world. The young man asked, "How did you know you were ready to begin your journey?" The traveler laughed and said, "I didn't. I simply started walking." The young man realized something in that moment. He had been waiting for a feeling that would never come. He had been waiting for certainty, for confidence, for a guarantee of success. But none of that was necessary. He just needed to take the first step. And so do you. The next time you hesitate, the next time doubt creeps in, remind yourself you have already survived so much. You don't need to feel ready to start. You are capable of learning and adapting as you go. So take the step. Write the book, start the business, apply for the job, have the difficult conversation. Say yes to the opportunity that excites you but scares you at the same time. You don't have to see the whole staircase to take the first step. And when doubt creeps in, remember, you have survived everything life has thrown at you so far, and that means you can handle whatever comes next. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've been avoiding because you don't feel ready? Drop it in the comments. Let this be the day you acknowledge your own strength. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Someone else might need to hear it too. Subscribe for more wisdom and life lessons.